Welcome to this video on the Tableau Interface. You can download the exercise workbook to follow along in your own copy of Tableau. We're currently on a sheet. Sheets are where we can build visualizations. Let's go over some of various areas on the screen. At the top we have the menus. The layout may look slightly different on Mac. The menus contain a lot of powerful options. I recommend click through to see what options they contain. Below is the toolbar with buttons like Save and Undo. There's no automatic save in Tableau, so make sure to save your work periodically. Many of these buttons are contextual to what's going on in the sheet. For example, the Clear Sheet button is unavailable here because there's nothing on the screen. If we have a sheet that has data, the Clear Sheet button is no longer grayed out. And if we click on the drop down, we see there are options to clear specific aspect. The logo button here brings us to start experience, where we can access the saved data source, recently opened or pinned workbooks, etc. To the left of the screen is the data pane. If we are on the data tab, the top lists all open data source, and depending on which one of them selected, the files from that data source are listed below, broken out into dimensions and measures. The data pane will also show any sets or parameters we may have. If we open the map layers or the format pane, this temporarily covers the data pane. To get back to the underlying data pane, simply close whatever's on the top of it. The data pane can also be minimized like so, and then re-expanded. Down here at the bottom is the status bar. This shows the number of marks in the view as well as other summary informations. If we click the Analyze tab, we can bring out the piece of analysis directly as drag and drop elements, like you see. If they're not relevant to the type of the view, certain elements will be grayed out, such as totals on a timeline. If we select something like a trend line, we can bring it out any of these drop areas, any of these drop areas to control aspects of its properties, like model types and which measure it should apply to. New Sheets tabs are found here at the bottom. We can create sheets, dashboards, and stories with these tabs. And we can do things like rename the sheets, duplicate sheets, copy formatting, and many other things. If we workbook has a lot of sheets, we can navigate easily with the controls in the bottom right corner. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, we have the shelves. A view can be built by dragging and dropping files from the data pane into canvas directly or onto the shelves. Shelves are sometimes also referred to as cards. There is the columns shelves and the rows shelves up here, the page shelves, filter shelves, and marks card. It's also possible to type directly into columns or rows shelves if you know the file you want to use. The marks card is made up of several other shelves, each of which can have files placed on them and can be clicked on to edit their characteristic. Changing the mark type can change the shelves on the mark card, such as selecting shapes brings up the shape itself. Depending on the composition of the view, there can be multiple mark cards, one for each measure. Legends such as for color, size, and shape will automatically be created when a file is placed on the color, size, or shelves. However, legends can be removed by clicking on the menu and selecting Hide Card. To bring a legend back, right-click anywhere of the canvas itself, select Legend, and choose the one you want. If we are on Dashboard or Story instead of a simple sheet, the layout changed a bit. Instead of the data pane on the left, we have the dashboards pane. The main area has a list of all sheets available. There are also dashboard objects such as images and text boxes. And there's also sizing options and the device preview helps design dashboards for mobile devices. Thank you for watching this video on the Tableau interface. And we are inviting you to continue for our other videos. Thank you.